Hello, guys, welcome back to my world of Instagram conversations. How is everyone? I hope you all are doing fine and are staying safe. Guys, I'm back once again with another guest with another story. Um, I am honored to be on board with my special guest who's going to come forward and share their side and their story. Uh, Without any further delay, let me bring her in and we shall take it from there. And I hope that you are all doing well. I am just connecting with her, and once she's on board, we will start our conversation. I'm just connecting with her, and she's in the house. Just give me a few minutes, guys. I'm still just bringing her in. We are still connecting. Oh, let's try that again. There we go. There she is.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
doing really well. It's nice to finally meet you,
Yes,
even though we've had so many conversations.
yes. So before we dive into our conversation, just a quick introduction for the audience from your side.
Okay, so my name's Amanda, and I live in Houston, Texas. I'm currently a human resources manager and single, no kids, but I am dating someone new now. So that's a little bit of a rough estimate of everything that I'm at right now. 40 years old, so.
All right, thank you so much for that. So let's start our conversation. I know that we've spoken about you being in a toxic relationship
Right.
and how things didn't weren't going well for you. I want you to share your story with everyone so people can learn through your experience.
Okay. So with every relationship, it always starts off very, honeymoon phase, super sweet, and things roughly went very quickly. And as quick as it began is as quick as it ended. And this
Mm,
wasn't my first toxic relationship, but it was the one that I actually finally truly learned from.
mm,
um, where it kind of hit rock bottom. As you know, I've had so many conversations with you whenever I was at my lowest, and I would reach out to you, and you were there throughout the entire thing. Um, so, what I had learned from that, what I gathered from that is I was giving him so much of myself that I wasn't giving myself the love that I needed, and knowing my worth and my self-worth, and giving myself that love that I was actually giving him. Um, so it was, we had a lot of disagreements, and red flags were there. I ignored the red flags, and you know, I don't regret what I went through. I just wish that I would have gotten out sooner.
mm,
Because as soon as I got out of that relationship, it was like a breath of fresh air. It felt like I was already truly healed, even though I knew I had some more healing to go through. Um, and I strongly encourage anyone that's gone through an experience that I have gone through before, just like that, just to reach out to someone to get help. It does really true help. I I got self-help books. I spoke to you, Maywish, and a couple of other people. I went through talk therapy, and it truly does help. So, you're not alone.
mm,
Um, I can tell you some of my the moments that he was kind of coaxing me into the accepting the type of toxicity that he was giving me was, we would have an argument and he was very passive aggressive, would just leave and ghost me for days on end. At the end, it was about a 10-day span, and I was still living at his house. He knew that I was in a position where I was going to be in between homes, and he used that to his advantage. And so yeah, it was it was eye-opening. And even through all that, I had my weak moments, and I still wanted to be with this person because I truly thought that he loved me. And once I realized, hey, I need to love myself and I need to get out of this. I deserve so much better. I deserve to give myself better and to, learn and grow from this. And so the whole month that he was gone, I, of course, had my low moments, like I said. And then I started making a list and writing down things like my boundaries, and I would not let anyone gaslight me anymore. The common, things that a narcissist does. I started to actually educate myself on toxic relationships. You helped me with that also. Looked at other things, and my therapist is. I'm still going through therapy with an actual talk therapist here in Houston, and so it just progressed from there. I started to make a list, like I said, of boundaries, things that I would not put up with in another relationship. And started to truly work on myself and my goals in my life instead of giving myself to the person. And, I started to
Wow.
finally put myself first. And that was the biggest step because I've always
Mm,
been the one to be the giver and give them all of me. So that
mm,
was the gist of the experience. Now I'm doing really well. I'm still in school. I'm trying to obtain my bachelor's. Finally moved into my own place. And like I said, work is going well. And I'm actually moving into several different positions at work within the small company because they're so small during the pandemic.
mm,
They can use all the help that they can get. Um, so just nothing but positivity. You can surround yourself with, misery loves company, and you can surround yourself with negativity, but you have to learn how to snap out of that and try to surround yourself with positive people, supportive people, and people that truly care about your well-being.
mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
yeah. Hmm.
Absolutely. Wow. So Amanda, you started in the beginning by saying that you were in many toxic relationships, but this last one was like your awakening where you said
Right.
no, no, no. So what was so different in this particular relationship that awakened you to realize that you had a pattern of being in toxic relationships?
The awakening moment was when he would leave days on end and I was accepting that type of behavior.
Mm,
And I just woke up and said, why am I letting someone treat me like this? The other ones, I don't know what it was. I think this one I had thought that it was, he was really sincere and that he truly cared about me.
mm,
Um, so I think the physical pain because of the mental and emotional pain that I was going through, I felt it physically, and it was so like the anguish and just the way that I felt. I never wanted to feel that way again. So I
mm.
said, this is it. I'm like, I'm of course 40, so I'm too old to be repeating those same, relationship patterns. I said, I have to do something, and no one else is gonna